Good morning. On behalf of the Board of Education and Superintendent of the Annette Island School District and the faculty and staff of Accasha High School, I'd like to welcome you to the Class of 2020's graduation ceremony. The presentation of diplomas will be done by Board of Education President Atkinson, Superintendent Carl Lindsay, and Accasha High School Principal Mr. Roy Reynolds. Announcing today will be Chelsea Martinez, Josh Cooper, and Mayor Reginald Atkinson. Mr. Reynolds would like to extend a special thank you to those employees and staff members who worked extremely hard in preparing for this graduation ceremony. Thank you to Brielle Lyman, Carla Williams, Phoenix Chinnis, Dave Nelson, Dan Houston for helping set up this ceremony. He would like to thank Owen Colton, senior class sponsor, for his efforts working with the students and their families to plan this event. Finally, he would like to thank the entire Accasha High School staff for the support that they have given these students. The class of 2020 asked me to speak this fall at their graduation, and I reluctantly agreed. This class is my first class that I haven't gone all 4 years through with. They're very special to me. They used to delight in the story I used to tell them how they made me cry in my first year here, and they would get a good chuckle out of that, and then it seemed like they'd always say, "Oh, we're glad you stayed here." So I've had a unique opportunity to build a special relationship with this class, and I wish them nothing but the best moving forward. And to quote a joke that I promised them that I would tell that I no longer remember the meaning for, #magnitude. Congratulations, class of 2020. So with that, we're going to begin the ceremony.
Marvin, Paige, Myra.
Mr. Tony Scott had this to say about Morgan. Mr. T.J. Scott had this to say about Morgan. Morgan graced us with her presence during her final year of high school. Moving to a small island community as a senior had to be a challenging and scary endeavor. She handled the transition with an open mind and absolutely thrived here. I was able to get to know Morgan in my independent practice class as she worked through college math. Her drive and dedication to the classroom is second to none. When she needed help, I would explain how to do a problem, and then we would both work the problem out. There was more than one time that we came out with different answers, and mine was the one that needed fixing. Morgan is also a very gifted athlete. Anyone who watched her cheer this year was able to see that firsthand. I remember watching her routine for the first time and watched her do about 10 back handsprings in a row across the court. I was sitting there absolutely speechless. Morgan is heading off to college, and with her drive and dedication, with every aspect of her life, she will certainly find success. I speak for all the staff here at MHS when I say that we wish you the best in the next chapter of your life
She has received an Unika High School Advanced Diploma, as well as earning 14 college credits in high school. Scholarships awarded are the APS Level 1 Scholarship for Alaska, $4,755, $1,500 Global Scholarship, $500 Market Scholarship, and a $2,000 Leadership Scholarship, totaling $8,755.
Principal Reynolds will now confer Morgan's diploma.
Board President Atkinson, I certify that Morgan has met all state and local requirements for an Alaska State Diploma. As such, she is eligible to receive the high school diploma. Diploma. Having met all the requirements to have participated in the ceremony, you have earned the privilege to move your tassel. At this time, you may move your tassel from the right to the left. Congratulations. Thank you.
Our next graduate, Brenton Stanley Vasuli Ayana.
Mr. Adam Crick had this to say about Brenton. My favorite memory of Brenton was him showing up to my door to show me a date of our car ride he had been working on during the summer, the day I got back from summer break. His warm and welcoming personality made me feel a part of the community and happy to work with students like him. Brenton has demonstrated a strong resiliency throughout his high school career, overcoming many life challenges thrown his way. He has been an active student, involved in many extracurricular activities, and excelling in native art. I admire his empathy and thoughtfulness towards his peers, and how he treats all people he interacts with. I am very proud of you, Brenton. Good luck as you move forward in life.
Brenton plans to work at Accasha and then in the fall attend Pastoral and Communication University to pursue his interest in marine biology.
Mr. Reynolds will now confer Brenton's diploma.
Superintendent Lindsay, Board President Atkinson, I certify that Brenton has met all state and local requirements for an Alaska State Diploma. As such, he is eligible to receive his high school diploma. Brenton. Having met all the requirements to have participated in the ceremony, you have earned the privilege to move your tassel. At this time, you may move your tassel from the right to the left. Congratulations. Brenton, congratulations. Seven.
Our next graduate, Jay Schreiber, Jr.
One of the ways that I will always remember Jay is his aggressive friendliness with me in the hallways. He would jokingly walk up to me and buck me on the shoulder and say, "You want to go, kid?" This little joke that we had between us is something that I would really look forward to, and even if I was having a bad day, joking around with Jay would instantly make it better. Jay has a kind heart and a genuine curiosity that made him a pleasure to work with these last 4 years. I enjoyed our conversations about fishing, hunting, and boats immensely. When I first started working here, Jay gave me a bit of a hard time. However, I am proud to say that over the past 4 years, we've built a relationship that I hope extends past the walls of Accasha High School and into the future. I am proud of his accomplishments and wish him nothing but the best moving forward with his life. I am proud of you, Jay. Congratulations.
This summer, Jay will his own boat at the third and is interested in studying diesel mechanics.
Mr. Reynolds will now confer Jay's diploma.
Welcome. Board President Atkinson, I certify that Jay has met all state and local requirements for an Alaska State diploma. As such, that he is eligible to receive his high school diploma. Congratulations. Having met all the requirements, Jay, to have participated in this ceremony, you have earned the privilege to move your tassel. At this time, you may move your tassel from the right to the left. Congratulations. Way to go.
Mr. Colton had this to say about Eva. As any first-year teacher in a new school district will tell you, it can sometimes take a while for your students to warm up to you. However, for my very first day teaching at Medlicapa High School, Eva made me feel more than welcome here in the community. Her contagious humor, bubbly personality, and genuine concern that no one be left out are commendable. Though she demonstrated her universal compassion every day, my favorite example happened during the state competition for drama, debate, and forensics, where Eva became friends with nearly every competitor around the state. Over the 3-day tournament, I would often need to track Eva down and remind her of her events, as whenever she had free time, she'd be making friends with students from Homer, taking snack chats with students from the Lake and Peninsula School District, or grabbing lunch with her new friends from Kodiak. At the end of the tournament, we ended up winning the state sportsmanship award, and though I don't know it for a fact, I believe that Eva had something to do with that. Eva made every day of school enjoyable, and we are all excited to see what the future has in store for her. Thank you for a wonderful year, Eva.
Eva will be graduating with 2 college credits in high school. Her plans after high school are to continue to improve Medlicapa's environment.
Thank you. Good morning, Myra. We have the Accasha community, mayor's office, executive and council. We'd like to take this time graciously and calmly to congratulate each and every student of the class of 2020 from Medlicapa High School. This is a very important step in your life, one of many. Step into adulthood and step into your next direction of education. On behalf of the Medlicapa community, which is all one in the world, I'd like to leave you with this. Back in my day, our motto was, forward ever, backward never. On behalf of the Medlicapa community, I'd like to thank Grace moved with this scholarship. Thank you.
Eva will receive Power and Might 500, the Bob Strauss Queen Walker 250.
Mr. Reynolds will now confer Eva's diploma.
Welcome. Superintendent Lindsay, Board President Atkinson, I certify that Eva has met all state and local requirements for an Alaska State diploma. As such, she is now eligible to receive her high school diploma. Having met all the requirements to participate in this ceremony, you have earned the privilege to move your tassel. At this time, you may move your tassel from the right to the left. Congratulations.
Our next graduate, Tane Yarn.
Board President Atkinson, Superintendent Lindsay, I certify that Tayan has met all local and state requirements for an Alaska State diploma. As such, she is now eligible to receive her high school diploma. Tayan, having met all the requirements to have participated in this ceremony, you have earned the privilege to move your tassel. At this time, you may move your tassel from the right to the left. Congratulations. Congratulations.
Our next graduate, Accasha Tennis.
Accasha is a very friendly and likable person. She has a very unique wave that she uses in the hallways when she's too tired to say hello. She does a quick side wave, and this has become her signature in the hallways. Accasha has been a strong role model for her peers, both academically and with her involvement in athletics and activities. Her individuality allowed Accasha to excel in all aspects of her schooling and helped her become a very well-rounded and respected individual by both her peers and staff. From the beginning, Accasha made school a priority, putting in many extra hours to understand the content she was learning. I'm proud of Accasha's ability to be a leader in the classroom and also in athletics. This will serve her well in her future. I'm very proud of you, Accasha. Good luck as you move Roy Reynolds note for Accasha's diploma.
Welcome, and Accasha, congratulations on the salutatorian. It's a privilege to have worked with you and met you through this. It's quite an honor to be the salutatorian of a class, and you are to be congratulated. I'm proud of you. Superintendent Lindsay, Board President Atkinson, I certify that Accasha has met all state and local requirements for an Alaska State diploma. As such, she is now eligible to receive her high school diploma and her certificate as salutatorian. If you want to. Having met all the requirements to have participated in this ceremony, you have earned the privilege to move your tassel. At this time, you may move your tassel from the right to the left. Congratulations.
Our next graduate, Unika, Renee, Clark-Smith.
Martinez has this to say about Unika.
Unika, I'm so proud of you and excited for the next chapter. I have always appreciated your ability to connect, stay connected, and represent the honorably. You are so independent and have proven that you can complete anything you set your mind to. Keep working hard and never settle. You're capable of so much. Unika's plans after high school are to pursue an education child's development.
Mr. Roy Reynolds will now confer Unika's diploma.
Welcome. Superintendent Lindsay, I certify that Unika has met all state and local requirements for the Alaska State Diploma. As such, she's now eligible to receive her high school diploma. Having met all the requirements to have participated in this ceremony, you have earned the privilege to move your tassel. At this time, you may move your tassel from the right to the left. Congratulations.
Our next graduate, Timothy Michael Charles Douglas. Mr. Gifford has the words to share.
One thing that I really appreciate about him is how respectful and personable he is. He would always make a point of greeting me in the hallway each morning, and it was something that I really look forward to. I have greatly enjoyed Tim's writing over the years. He is very skilled in that aspect, and I will miss reading his papers a ton. Additionally, Tim has some of the nicest handwriting that I've ever seen. As a teacher, I don't know how to explain enough how much the skill is appreciated. Tim has been so respectful and kind to his classmates and myself over the years. I will treasure him being a part of my classroom, and I will miss him dearly. I wish him nothing but the best of luck moving forward in life, and look forward to seeing all that he will accomplish in the future. I'm sure I will see him riding around and anticipate being able to catch up and visit soon. Best of luck, Tim. Congratulations.
Tim plans out of high school to study automotive mechanics or engineering. He also plans to continue improving his skills as well.
Mr. Reynolds will now confer Tim's diploma.
Welcome. Superintendent Lindsay, Board President Atkinson, I certify that Tim has met all state and local requirements for an Alaska State diploma. As such, he is now eligible to receive his high school diploma. Having met all of the requirements to have participated in this ceremony, you have earned the privilege to move your tassel. At this time, you may move your tassel from the right to the left. Congratulations. Congratulations.
Our next graduate, valedictorian Myra valedictory.
Mrs. Chelsea Martinez had this to say about Myra.
I had the pleasure of having Myra as my intern, and Myra, I can tell you what I'm going to really miss your endless post-its of encouragement to me and the amount of things that I did not finish my shadows together. I am so excited about your next chapter. You are ready and totally capable of all sorts of greatness. Some of my favorite memories show your ability to never give up when I know that if anyone else in your shoes, they would. Thank you for always checking in on me and my family. Brady loves you. I'm so thankful to have met you and be a part of your story. Myra is graduating from Metlakatla High School next school. She will be attending Western Washington University to study environmental science with an emphasis in marine science. She's graduated with 4 college credits during high school. Her scholarships awarded are Unika scholars for $12,000, the APS Level 1 scholarship for Alaska for $4,755, the Western Award of Excellence for $32,000, the fishing vessel of the Fox for $500, 1,500 men island packing company, 500 release market, total $51,255.
Myra, Kathleen, Larissa, great pride in the academic community, lending scholarships. One, Kathleen community with a lot of $1,000, and MIC University fund with a lot of $500. Congratulations.
As our valedictorian, Myra will share a few words and address the Metlakatla High School class of 2020.
When I was told I should do a speech at graduation, I was actually planning on having a very short speech. I was told a short speech was 2 to 3 minutes, when my plan was actually to have a 15 to 30 second speech. Anyways, at the beginning of the school year, Everyone was so excited about our final year of high school sports, dances, senior skip day, and pranks. I don't think any of us was ready for our senior year to end this way, but here we are. We've stuck together, many of us since 3-year-old Head Start, and it's hard to close this chapter of our lives. Growing up together has always been a roller coaster. We've always been the class to give our teachers a hard time. I'm sure you all remember the day my dad came into Mr. Dean's class in the 4th grade and gracefully called me out in front of all of you. That still comes up in class sometimes. Most of you also remember the day we put a thumbtack on a substitute's chair and all the countless times we've made our teachers' jobs more interesting, challenging, let's just say more fun. Although we've been the most memorable class for not all the right reasons, I've still loved knowing every one of you. Some of us know where we're headed. Some of us are going to college this fall. Some of us have already started our career. And some of us still don't know where we're going, but that's all okay. Right now, it's time to celebrate. I can't believe we're already at the end of high school. This is such a milestone, but it's not what any of us could have expected, but it's still just as amazing. I'd like to thank everybody who supported us on our roller coaster ride to this day. Parents, families, friends, the entire community, every teacher, counselor, principal, superintendent, and school board member for making our education as important to you as it was to us. Congratulations, class of 2020. We did it.
Mr. Roy Reynolds will now confer Myra's diploma.
Welcome. And Myra, congratulations, having earned the valedictorian status. I'm very proud of you. It's a very high honor. Superintendent Lindsay, Board President Atkinson, I certify that Myra has met all state and local requirements for the Alaska State Diploma. As such, she is now eligible to receive her high school diploma. Having met all the requirements to have participated in this ceremony, you have earned the privilege to move your tassel. At this time, you may move your tassel from the right to the left. Congratulations.
Our next graduate, Colton Chase Hayward.
Colton also surprised me with his basketball play. I had heard that he was an excellent player before the season began, but to watch him effortlessly land basket after basket throughout the season was very impressive. I'm excited to see what Colton's future holds in store for him. We are proud of you and we miss having you here at Accasha High School.
Colton plans on going to a community college while studying business and finance.
Mr. Reynolds will now deliver Colton's diploma.
Welcome. Superintendent Lindsay, Board President Atkinson, I certify that Colton has met all state and local requirements for an Alaska State diploma. As such, he is now eligible to receive his high school diploma. Having met all of the requirements to participate in this ceremony, you have earned the privilege to move your tassel. At this time, you may move your tassel from the right to the left. Congratulations. Congratulations. Take care. Be well. Be well.
Our next graduate, Hunter Ray Ryan Hunter.
Welcome. Superintendent Lindsay, Board President Atkinson, I certify that Hunter has met all state and local requirements for an Alaska State Diploma. As such, he is now eligible to receive his diploma. Having met all of the requirements to have participated in this ceremony, you have earned the privilege to move your tassel. At this time, you may move your tassel from the right to the left. Congratulations. Congratulations.
Our next graduate, Marvin,
Mrs. Stewart had this to say about Marvin. Marvin is a determined young man that is going to do amazing things with his life. When Marvin sets his mind to something, he has no limits. This includes pilot training, getting a scholarship to achieve his goals, and learning to play the bass guitar. Marvin wanted to learn to fly, and he sought out opportunities to help him get there. He found programs to take part in during the school year, and even last summer. Marvin is determined to go to college, and he found a full scholarship to make that possible. Even when it comes to fun in his free time, Marvin decided to become part of a band and learn to play bass guitar. With this kind of drive and determination, there is nothing that will hold Marvin back from getting what he wants. We are all very proud of you and your accomplishments, Marvin.
Marvin is planning on attending the University of Alaska in Cambridge to become a commercial pilot. Marvin is graduating with one unqualified earner and flying hours as a pilot already under his belt. Scholarships awarded are full tuition waiver for the Division of Vocational Rehabilitation.
Marvin has 3 bucks. You have to academy community, great pride, friends, scholarships. Not academy community education, the richest one of the $500. Congratulations.
Marvin is nominated by his class as the student speaker and will now share a few words.
It's good to be here. I wasn't really expecting to have things turn out like this or to have such a small audience, but wow. Everyone's made it. We're all here. We're all here together throughout this pandemic and as well as being family together with this graduation. I have a quote. A leader, well, I actually have to pull this out to say it because I don't want to get this wrong. It's a quote from George Miller. This quote, he had stated that a true leader does not need others to make him strong. A true leader gives others the strength to stand alone. I see that with this graduation, this quote makes much more sense to me. Our teachers, educators, and even higher-ups pushing us to get forward, to stand strong alone into this world, to where we can get successful and much better at life. With this quote, I take it with me, and I hope everyone else takes it with them, to take themselves into the future, to bring something new and successful. The class of 2020, I see that all of them should be successful. And now, we're all here. We made it. Everyone should be giving themselves a pat on the back, especially if they're rewatching this. And with that, I congratulate the rest of my class, and I'll always remember having fun times with them. Thank you.
Mr. Reynolds will now confer Marvin's diploma.
Welcome. Superintendent Lindsay, Board President Atkinson, I certify that Marvin has met all state and local requirements for an Alaska State diploma. As such, he is now eligible to receive his high school diploma. Having met all of the requirements to participate in this ceremony, you have earned the privilege to move your tassel. At this time, you may move your tassel from the right to the left. Congratulations. Congratulations.
Ryan, you were one of the first students that I met and interacted with when I visited the high school last May. Over the course of the year, you and I had a lot of conversations. There were times when you thought that this day was not possible. There were times in which you thought about giving up. There were some plain old tough times, and yet you persevered. I remember you coming up to me after the first quarter report card came out. You had passed all of your classes, and I believe you had a 3.0 GPA. You high-fived me. You were proud of yourself. I was definitely proud of you. You went on to wrestle and later in the sport. You played basketball and you smiled a lot. And you were proud of yourself. I was proud of you. Ryan, I want to wish you a lifetime of being proud of yourself and a lifetime of smiles. I admire your perseverance.
Ryan has a high school to Burger with the ultimate goal of becoming a licensed carpenter.
Mr. Reynolds will now confer Ryan's diploma.
Welcome. Superintendent Lindsay, Board President Atkinson, I certify that Ryan has met all local requirements to participate in this graduation ceremony. As such, he is now eligible to receive his certificate. Having met all the requirements to have participated in this ceremony, you have earned the privilege to move your tassel. At this time, you may move your tassel from the right to the left. Congratulations. Hold on, Ryan.
Haley will be greatly missed in the halls and classrooms of Ayana State. To know Haley is to know how smart and extremely sharp-witted she is. Haley is an incredible comedian. She would come up with the funniest of jokes or scenarios in a split second. She also has an uncanny ability to do impersonations on a level I've never heard from a student before. She seemed to be able to impersonate anyone or anything, and if you weren't careful, you might become the subject of one of her impersonations or jokes. Students would have to listen to me burst out laughing in classes that Haley wasn't even in, because I would be remembering something she had said in a previous class. Haley is very creative and a very Mr. Reynolds will now confer Haley's diploma.
Welcome. Superintendent Lindsay, Board President Atkinson, I certify that Haley has met all state and local requirements for an Alaska State diploma. As such, she is now eligible to receive her high school diploma. Having met all the requirements to have participated in this ceremony, you have earned the privilege to move your tassel. At this time, you may move your tassel from the right to the left. Congratulations. Congratulations. Right here.
Our next graduate, Kylie, Alexis, Marvin.
Kylie has been an absolute joy to get to know Myra during her high school career. She has a huge smile, a great sense of humor, and a charismatic personality and can be very sarcastic. If he happens to be around you when you goof up, she will never let you live it down. Kylie is also a perfectionist and excelled in chemistry. She would not accept a watered-down version of anything. She wanted the exact ins and outs of all concepts. She is very organized and never missing a chance to let me know that my desk organization was unacceptable. Kylie also is a great artist and will often get lost in the minute details of anything that she is working on. With her passion, motivation, drive, and intelligence, and hard work, there is no doubt that Kylie will be very successful in her college journey. Congratulations. We will all miss you next year.
Kylie will graduate to college credit term in high school. She plans on finishing the summer and continuing to pursue her interest in nursing. Scholarships she has received are the Silver Eagle Scholarship from Eastern Washington University for $12,000.
Kylie, Alexis, Marvin. We have a academy and great pride that you with the scholarships of the Commerce Trading Company, about $250, and the Kappa Power about $500. Congratulations.
Mr. Reynolds will now confer Kylie's diploma.
Welcome. Superintendent Lindsay, Board President Atkinson, I certify that Kylie has met all state and local requirements for an Alaska State diploma. As such, she is now eligible to receive her diploma. Having met all of the requirements to have participated in this ceremony, you have earned the privilege to move your tassel. At this time, you may move your tassel from the right to the left. Congratulations. Congratulations.
Our next graduate, Travis Joseph Marvin.
First and foremost, Travis is a very respected student, great friend, and overall fun guy to be around. I have really gotten to know Travis over this past year, which has exposed me to his sneaky sense of humor. He is a quiet guy that seems to be liked by all his peers, even when they are forcing him to do silly TikTok dances. He's a trooper. Travis was the most motivated student in weight training this year, determined to get buff and increase his strength and max lifts. He was always angry on days that he couldn't work out. Travis has also shown a fondness in mathematics and sciences, which he grasps concepts very quickly and is a great second teacher in the classroom. Travis was also competitive with his test scores and would be quick to demand answers as to why he got a question wrong, especially if the classmates were higher. Travis has expressed interest in becoming a math teacher as a profession, and I believe he would be very successful in this endeavor. Congratulations, Travis. Good luck next year. We will all miss you.
Travis is planning on attending the this fall to study mathematics. Scholarships awarded are the Ayana Leadership Scholarship for 2000.
Travis Joseph Marvin. We have to have a it's a great honor to present you with the scholarships of the various teachers in this group. He's on $500 and that is on our card. He's on $250. Congratulations.
Mr. Reynolds will now confer Travis's diploma.
Welcome. Superintendent Lindsay, Board President Atkinson, I certify that Travis has met all state and local requirements for an Alaska State diploma. As such, he is now eligible to receive his high school diploma. Having met all of the requirements to have participated in this ceremony, you have earned the privilege to move your tassel. At this time, you may move your tassel from the right to the left. Congratulations.
Our next graduate, Brady, Alexis.
part about Brady, though, was the most, is his $1 million smile. Whether he's happy, frustrated, nervous, or even mad, he seems to crack out a smile that lights up a room. He has a special maneuver where he starts fast walking, quickly whips his head 90 degrees to give me a quick glimpse, then continues working his way down the hall like he is Bigfoot. I can't help but bust into a laugh every time, even during a bad day. Brady is also a very passionate individual. His growth on the basketball court between his freshman and senior year is unprecedented. He became an ultra-pesky defender, leading the team in steals. His motivation in driving it better did not go unnoticed. Brady is a student that we will all greatly miss in high school. I know his positive attitude and dedication will make him successful in post-high school life. Congrats, Brady. We will miss you.
Brady's plan this fall is to attend Edmonds Community College to study construction management.
Welcome. Superintendent Lindsay, Board President Atkinson, I certify that Brady has met all state and local requirements for an Alaska State diploma. As such, he is now eligible to receive his high school diploma. Having met all the requirements to have participated in this ceremony, you have earned the privilege to move your tassel. At this time, you may move your tassel from the right to the left. Congratulations. Congratulations.
Our next graduate, Ayana, is Colton.
Mr. John Hudson had this to say about Ayana. Ayana is the type of person who has the ability to cheer up an entire room just by walking into it. Her genuine happiness to be present and part of a group is immediately contagious. Her ability to have an entire classroom rise to her level of cheerfulness was always greatly welcomed and admired. Ayana is always direct and unpretentious. She once gave me a gentle scold about being sarcastic and being on the verge of losing my favorite teacher status. I will never forget that, and have always tried harder to be less sarcastic and in good standing. Ayana is exceptionally creative and artistic. She always gets things done. I'm not sure I have ever seen anyone paint the tiniest of objects with the exact precision that she does. It became a holiday tradition for me to hire Ayana to paint Christmas ornaments for my family. Her ornaments have traveled to Washington State, Arizona, Colorado, Utah, and Alaska. Ayana once proclaimed that she was my favorite student. Although I consider all my students my favorite, I can't argue with her. Besides her ability to sound like a muppet, Ayana will be missed at AISD for being a great student, friend, team player, and all-around wonderful human being. We are all excited to see the next chapter of life for Ayana. Wherever she goes, or whatever she does, the people around her will be blessed by her presence. She makes the world a better place.
Ayana will be graduating from this fall to study theology.
Mr. Reynolds will now confer her diploma.
Welcome. Superintendent Lindsay, Board President Atkinson, I certify that Ayana has met all state and local requirements for an Alaska State diploma. As such, she is now eligible to receive her high school diploma. Having met all of the requirements to participate in this ceremony, you have earned the privilege to move your tassel. At this time, you may move your tassel from the right to the left. Congratulations. Congratulations, all of you.
Our next graduate, Porter Paul Stewart.
Mr. Colton had this to say about court. One of the very first assignments I gave in American government was a research project where students were tasked with researching the governments of other countries. I'll never forget, when Court came up to present his project, he first took some time to critique the websites I had required that students use for research and offer his opinion on my preparation of the materials for the project. From that point forward, I knew that I would need to work harder as a teacher and that I would have a lot of fun working with Court in class. Court is a very critical thinker, and he has been a delight to have in my social studies classes. I've always been impressed with his encyclopedic knowledge of history, politics, economics, and social issues, and he made me smile every day with his jokes and commentary in the class. I'm excited to see where his career in the Air Force takes him, and I know that he will serve our country well. Thanks for making this year memorable and enjoyable, Court. You will be missed.
Porter graduated with 9 college credits from high school, and he's planning on enlisting in the United States Air Force to move around last year.
Mr. Reynolds will now confer Court's diploma.
Superintendent Lindsay, Board President Atkinson, I certify that Court has met all state and local requirements for an Alaska State diploma. As such, he is now eligible to receive his diploma. Having met all of the requirements to participate in this ceremony, you have earned the privilege to move your tassel. At this time, you may move your tassel from the right to the left. Congratulations. Okay, you've got some flowers there. Congratulations.
Our next graduate, Alexis Russell.
watch our skill development, and then we go over to the side baskets and work on the skills. While most kids her age were out hanging out with friends, she was in the gym. Over the years, it has been an absolute pleasure to watch her improve on the court and in the classroom. The biggest compliment that I can possibly give her is that I believe she has been an outstanding role model for the kids growing up in this community. She works extremely hard, treats others with kindness and respect, and almost always makes great decisions. Over the years, I have come to think of her as a daughter, and I'm extremely proud of what she has become. I can't wait to watch her play basketball in college, earn her degree, and find success in the next chapters of her life. Alexis, you will certainly be missed.
Alexis will be graduating from Accasha High School next summer. She will be attending Walla Community College, where she will get her associate degree with an athletic scholarship. Other scholarship supporters are the APS Level 1 Scholarship for Alaska for $4,755, for Everglades Scholarship for $1,200, Dawson Construction for $500, and Ayana Packing for $1,500, totaling $7,955.
Alexis gave us the honor to present this scholarship to you. We have MIC Education Richard Fund, the amount of $500, and that's capital community, amount of $1,000. Congratulations.
Mr. Reynolds will now confer her diploma.
Welcome. Superintendent Lindsay, Board President Atkinson, I certify that Alexis has met all state and local requirements for an Alaska State Diploma. As such, she is now eligible to receive her diploma. Having met all the requirements to have participated in this ceremony, you have earned the privilege to move your tassel. At this time, you may move your tassel from the right to the left. Congratulations. Congratulations.
And that concludes our graduation ceremony today. Once again, congratulations.